to Open Vibes with your host, Denmika Eugene. Good evening. We are here with Certified by Sha Davis, and I just welcome you guys. And we are going to jump right into our show this evening. And I'm going to have Sha introduce herself
Shay.
and tell us a little bit about her brand.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm certified by Shay Davis.
Sorry, baby. And the crazy is, I've been knowing you for too long to mess it
Right. Right.
up.
Yes, but I'm certified by Shay Davis. I have been doing hair licensed since 2006. I started out doing hair, getting paid for it since I was 12 years old, and so that's all I know is hair. In 2017, I started my brand, the Certified SD Collection. The SD stands for Shay Davis. At first I started out with lashes, then I made it a whole collection because I started doing other things besides lashes. I have a whole line of products, as well as merch for clothes, shoes, stuff like that. And I am a traveling hairstylist. I have a summer tour that I do. It's called Dress on Drip Tour, and that's really it.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about the certified experience. What is give us
So the I'm trying to hold this. So the certified experience is just a certified experience. One of my
That's all right.
okay.
So
I didn't break nothing. Lord. Okay.
no,
I'm
it's okay.
sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
So one of my clients actually named me.
Oh, wow.
She would get her hair done, and she felt like every time she got her hair done, she was certified. So that's
Nice.
how I got the name Certified by Shay. Every time she would get her hair done, she's like, "Oh, I'm certified. I'm certified by Shay." So that's how we got Certified by Shay. The certified experience. You come in,
Mhm.
you get a complimentary bottle of water or wine.
Mhm.
Um, you get your alone time with me. I don't let no one else into your appointment unless, things happen. Your appointment goes into someone else's appointment, so you may have to wait a little bit. Most of the time, my clients are spoiled. They're like, make them wait outside or something. We all go into like deep conversations. Everybody
Mhm.
just kind of feel like, how most salons you kind of feel like you're gonna get talked about as soon as you leave.
Yes,
Well, I kind of avoid that because you kind of have your own time. So
that's
if you left the salon, you know what you left with me, and it's gonna stay in these four walls. And
mhm.
we just have our own little confession time. Some days are good, some days are teary. Some days are very motivational and uplifting for
Mhm.
the client or for myself. So it's just a certified experience. And
I
then along with that,
absolutely.
if
Mhm.
you felt down, you for sure gonna feel up when you get your hair done. So everyone leaves feeling beautiful. Some people they come in with dealing with self esteem. A lot of people, I deal with a lot of natural hair, and
Mhm.
a lot of women or men, they're used to wearing, weave and things that the world, try to label us as. So, when they do dreads, it's kind of like that life changing experience where they're like, I always I have to have weave in my hair. I have to have this. So for them to do where to start their lock journey,
Yes.
it just makes them embrace their own, beauty in a different
Yes.
way. So yeah. So
So
that's
there's a whole movement now where, everyone's going into, not everyone, but a lot of people are starting their journey in locks.
yeah.
So,
A lot of people are becoming natural. As you can see, I'm not natural.
I'm not either. So
Right.
it's not
Well,
my
I am not natural. I would never be natural. But yeah, natural's not for everybody. It's most definitely not for me. And a lot of people are like, they get a little thrown back, like, how you do lots and you're not even natural.
yeah.
That's why I do not like calling myself a loctician. I
Okay.
am not a loctician. I do not know like the correct terminology and stuff. Like a loctician, they would never call a lock dreads.
No, they
And
wouldn't. They
and
wouldn't.
my tour is dreads on dreads,
Dread. But you know what?
My
I think your tour came about prior to us taking the dread off a lot because you've been
yeah,
doing this for a while.
it was way before that,
Yes.
and it
Yes.
was way before the whole movement got way deeper than what it was. But um I personally don't have a problem with the word dread, but some people, they're in that journey. They probably wouldn't even come to me because
The
I say
dread.
dread. So,
So
if I'm
so
not for them,
explain
I'm
a
not.
little bit to the audience about why dreads is so taboo right now, the name itself. Because I mean, I'm not in that movement, but
I
you
really
know,
don't know because I am for dreads, but
okay,
like other people that's on more of a journey,
okay.
they're into like I don't want to like be offensive to anyone, but they
Mhm.
kind of like into more of like the sage and just the universe, like a different type of.
A
They on a
vibe.
different type of vibe.
Yeah.
So some people that is on that vibe, like if you go into the lock pages and all of that, some of them are against dreads because if I remember correctly, it's something about like uh, racism. How they looked at black people and the people that wore dreads and stuff like that. So that's why I like to, let everyone know I am not a loctician. I just specialize in in
Yeah.
doing like
Well,
the
you know what?
creativeness of it.
The creative your creativity is through the
Yeah,
roof. I
yeah.
actually took some time and I looked through a lot of your photos. You're fabulous with the locks. So how did
Thank you.
you did when did you realize like, oh, okay, well, this is an arena for me? And how did you get into that?
So a lot of stylists they like to just be a master stylist in everything.
Hmm.
I knew when I first started in 2006, I didn't want to just do braids. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm known for, but I didn't go to school just to do braids. I want to do something else. But
Exactly.
then when I realized quick weaves kind of brought me a different type of clientele,
Clientele.
I thought I wanted to do quick weaves, but then I was like, they bring a different type of clientele. I don't want them.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
then
Yeah.
I was like, well, okay, I'll do natural hair, blowouts, wigs, and dreads, stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I wasn't good at dreads. So I'm like, dang, I wish someone would teach me. No one ever
Mhm.
taught me. I could
Right.
never get no one to teach me. So I did what I could. I started out with just like braiding styles and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, I never had an iPhone. So my work just wouldn't even speak for itself. It was just like, ugh, But
Mhm.
then I started getting better with styling. Every client, I had probably about 4 lock clients, dread clients. And
Okay.
every time I would do their hair, I would just do different styles, different
Mhm.
styles. And one time, one of my clients went to Boss Simmons to get their hair cut.
Mhm.
And he knew how to like take real good pictures and the lighting and everything. And I remember reaching out to him. I'm like, can you teach me how to do the lighting? And do I
Mhm.
need a camera? Like what I need? He's like, no, you just need a lighting and an iPhone. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I knew I wasn't about to go buy no iPhone. So I used to use all my clients' iPhones. Anytime they had an iPhone, I'd be like, oh, can I use your phone? Can I use your phone? And then I would take the pictures off of their phone. And
Wow.
then when I remember he posted like a collab of his work and my work, and I was like,
Nice.
I actually got something.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like I do got something. It's just the picture quality isn't giving what it needs because I had an Android. So I
Okay.
started taking pictures on the iPhone, and my work just started speaking for itself. And
Y'all hear
then
that, right? Team iPhone.
yes, yeah. So my work kind of started speaking for itself, and then I was like, okay, I'ma just every time I get a client, I'ma just do better. And I'm good at like studying people work, and I can kind of
Mhm.
figure out how they did it. And that's pretty much I'm just self-taught with doing the styles. I
Wow.
can
Well,
really pay
you know,
attention to someone's work, and I'm like, I know what they did, or I'm gonna try next time to figure it out. And that's what I do. That's how I teach
well,
myself new styles, and I create different styles. I
wow.
never copy unless someone actually brings me a picture and say I want this. But for the
Definitely.
most part, I try to create my own style. I look at
Mhm.
myself as you know, back in the day, we used to be on the magazines, okay?
Yes, yes.
And everybody would come in to the salon. I want my hair like this from a magazine. Well, you know, now
Mhm.
it's social media and stuff. So that's how I kind of separate myself from others. I want people to go to their stylist and go to my page and be like, I want my hair like this. I want to be the social media magazine, you know. I want to
Wow.
create styles and trends.
Well, I
And
can
so
definitely
I
tell
feel like
you.
back in 2017, that's when I kind
Mhm.
of like really took off with locks. And that was
Wow.
because of me doing you know, I'm gonna give him a little credit. Nino, he was well
Okay.
known out here, and so I feel like once I started doing his hair,
Mhm.
everybody just started seeing my work for what it really was, and a lot more people came, and it just took off from there.
Wow. So
Yeah,
credit to Nino. Nice,
yes,
nice.
I will
Um,
give him. I will give him and Boss some credit. Boss helped me with the lighting, and Nino for sure like brought the clientele. So
hey,
yeah,
you know what? I was even thinking this morning about the people that helped me along the journey up to this point in my life, and just letting them know thank you. That's so
no, for
major
real.
because we enter into different chapters, and as we enter into different chapters, you get someone to help you or walk you through that chapter or help you
Yes,
lay a new foundation. So kudos to them for
yes,
being
very.
there and supportive. One hairstylist to another, phenomenal. I think your
Thank
lock,
you.
your styling, the braids, the twists, the phenomenal. And
Thank
I'm
you.
a
Thank you.
real creative. I'm creative,
Yes,
creative.
because I remember in cosmetology school, I'm like, listen, she is
Yes.
good. I want to be like her.
Aw, thank
Until
you.
I
But
was
girl,
like, no, I don't want that. I don't like them type
yeah, it's a
styles.
different clientele. I mean, it
It's
really
a
is.
different type of
And
clientele.
you have to weed them out. You do.
Yes, and you
And
know, I used to have a hard time in the beginning. I used to want to make everybody happy. And when I realized that I wasn't making everybody happy, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I want to be able to make everybody happy. So that's why it was important for me to find my lane. A lot of
I'm so glad
stylists,
you
they
did
try to
that.
be everywhere. And I'm
Yeah,
like, nah, I want to find my lane. I want to find what I'm good at, and I want to stick with it. So I
yeah.
know, like, I'll play in other styles. I will do
Hmm.
anything except for braids now. But for
Okay.
the most part, I like to stay in my lane, which are the locks. I don't mind
Mhm.
doing wigs, wig installs. I don't mind doing blowouts. I don't mind
Mhm.
doing weddings and all that other stuff.
I
You know,
love it.
I can do it all, but
Yes,
this is my lane and this is what
yes.
I want to like expand and brand.
Well,
Yeah.
I say hit cruise control because you are right in your lane. You're
Thank
doing
you.
very well. The way that you have branded yourself and expanded yourself, I'm proud of you.
Thank
I,
you. Thank
I can't even say enough how proud of you I am because I remember. I
you. Yeah. Yeah,
And the
for
way
real.
I watched you grow and saw you blossom over the years, it has been a blessing to me because, sometimes it's like you want your industry to be powerful and you want the people
Yes.
that's in it to represent very well. And you do that. You bring quality, you bring class, and it's beautiful. So
Yes,
get
thank you.
cruise
I
control,
for sure
please.
try. I try to stay in my little lane and make sure, you know, I try to make sure it's for sure branded for what
Yeah,
I want it to be, you know.
you've done
That's
well
very
with that.
important.
So I'm gonna ask you, what is that trophy sitting next to you?
I got a couple of them, you know. I used to do a lot of silver lipstick.
Yeah.
To Miss
Hear
Carrie,
about
I
it.
used to do. I started out in her hair shows,
Yes,
And
ma'am.
then I was like, okay, I'm done with Colleen. I want to do something bigger.
Bigger.
This
Yeah.
big one, this big one is most creative hair, and this one was from Dallas, Texas.
Nice.
And then a couple of other ones is best updo, professional updo,
Okay.
um, the braid, Texas International Hair Show
Nice.
when they used to have those all the time.
Yes.
And
I think
then
she's
I
still
have the
doing it. Yes.
yes, yes, and I have the Black Excellence Awards. Um, that
Oh,
one
wow.
was in 2020.
Yes.
So those are mine, and couple of silver listed ones, But
Nice.
yeah, so I got a
Welcome.
couple of them right here, and then I have a couple of them put up. The ones that
Nice.
get older, I've been doing it for so long, so
I
they
absolutely
collecting
love it.
dust. Yeah,
So, Shay, where were you born and raised?
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay. So, when did you come to Killeen?
I came here in '99. My mom had joined the military, so I got here when I was in sixth grade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Well, I think you've done a great job branding yourself here in Killeen, but let's talk about the tour. How did
Okay.
the tour come about? The Dreads on Drip tour.
So the tour, I always said I want to be a traveling hairstylist. I can't wait to start traveling, but I didn't know how I was gonna start traveling.
Okay.
One time I did this girl's hair,
Mm-hmm.
and her hair went viral, and
Love it.
everybody was like, "When you coming here? When you coming there?" And I was like, "Wait, these people must think I'm bigger than who I am." So I was like, "Oh, this is the perfect opportunity to become a traveling hairstylist."
Mm-hmm.
My work is viral. Everybody want to know where I'm coming. So I put up a poll for the most cities I seen that people kept
Okay.
listing. I put a
Mm-hmm.
poll up, and I got it cracking. Like I was like, it was
Yeah.
already kind of like in the summertime. I think I went on tour like a 2 weeks later. I was like,
Yes.
oh, the poll is up. I'll be in Charlotte this week. I'll be in Atlanta this week. I had it all over. But ever since
Wow.
then, I think that started in 2017 or 18,
Mm-hmm.
probably 2018. I started it and I just took off with it. I called it the Dress on Drip Tour, and I would go to different states,
Yeah.
and they thought I was bigger than what I was. So
You were
I went
bigger
on.
than
I
what
was
you
making till you make it. I was like, okay, yes, I've been traveling. This is what I was waiting on. So yeah, I had
Wow.
started the Dress on Drip Tour, and
So, what did that tour do for you?
uh, really, I have clientele everywhere. Like, I got clients. For one, I used to want to teach classes, and everybody would be like, when are you going to do classes in Killeen? When are you going to do classes in Killeen? And I'm just like, I'm not ready to do classes in Killeen yet. I want to wait. I feel like I want to wait until I get a celeb client, then start doing classes in Killeen. But I'm working on something. I'm like, I'm gonna work something out.
Yeah.
But it allowed me to start doing classes on my tour,
Mm-hmm.
and it allowed me to build clientele up in different states. So now I have a fan base. Now I have clients that I've started their journey in other states, and they're like, "When are you coming back?" I'll always book with you when you come back. So really, certain states actually stick with me. They're looking for me to come every summer. Of course, COVID kind of stopped it for 1 year, but
Mm-hmm.
I actually am gonna start it back up in October, and I'm
Excellent.
gonna do. Charlotte is like they're real supportive, so I'm gonna go there in October, and then I'm gonna start it back in the spring instead of the summer since COVID kind of messed it up, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it again fall, spring, then summer, and then just
Nice.
let it keep going for the summer like I was usually doing.
I love it. So,
So
is there one region that you've noticed that locks are more prevalent, or it's just kind of all over, kind of sporadic places?
yeah, I think everybody's kind of into it. I think it's a wave. To be
Okay.
honest, I feel like if you're not getting lace fronts, then you're getting locks. I feel like that's just what it is. It's either lace fronts or locks. So
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know why it has become a wave, but it's for sure a wave. And the dreads on drip is for sure a wave. Like everybody got to get certified dreads on
I
drip.
love it.
So
I'm loving it. So, if you guys don't know, Shay is actually, I call her, she's one of my superheroes. I don't have a
oh,
whole lot of them. And I think I told you this before. Yeah, because, you go through a lot,
yeah.
but nothing keeps you down. You don't allow anything to keep you down. How do you persevere through all the things that you go through as, a wife, a mother, and, on your journey? What do you think it is?
It's for sure. Well, I will tell you this. It's for sure my kids, but I've had nine. If don't nobody know, I have Crohn's disease. I had 9 surgeries, and
Mhm.
one of my surgeries, I think it was like my 8th surgery. I was like, I just felt so weird. I was like, I don't know. I feel like I'm not gonna come out this surgery. I need to
Mhm.
get life insurance. I was just like not easy with that surgery. And that's when I found out I couldn't get life insurance. And I was like, oh my God. Because I have a pre existing condition, I can't get life insurance. I was like, well, what am I going to leave to my babies? Like, I can't leave them. They was like, all you can get is burial. And I'm just like, well, I don't need help with that. But I know
Mhm.
my
Mhm.
family got me on that. But I'm just like, I really can't leave anything to my kids.
Mhm.
So in 2017, that's when I had my 8th surgery. And I was like, um, if I make it out of this surgery, I'm going to brand myself. I'm going to leave something to my kids. And this is what's going to keep me going. So that's what it was. I for sure made it out of surgery. And I was like,
Mhm.
oh, yeah,
I
now it's
think that
the
was the
certified
one to
SB
where
collection, and I'm not stopping.
don't
So yeah,
ever stop. That was the one that kind of gripped me and got me, that
yeah,
surgery right there. And it just, and I think I called you at that time. It really was very
yeah.
disturbing,
It
but
was
yeah.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I just felt so like I usually all of my surgeries I go into like yeah, but that one I don't know what it was, but
Mhm.
I came out and I was just like, listen, if it's
Yeah.
what I need to do, this is what I'm gonna do. So I for sure try to stay focused on
Mhm.
the brand, on um, my brand, my name, my work. I'm just trying to get to different levels. I'm like, I know it got to be
You're
more levels to this.
it is. And the way I see you transcending through 'em is beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah,
Um, so let me ask you this. You travel a lot.
yeah, yeah. Just
What are
came
some
back.
places you just came back? Where are you just getting back from?
El Salvador, San Salvador, El Salvador.
Okay, so how was that? What
First off, I was going there for my friend's birthday, okay? But
okay.
I will leave my mark wherever I'm at. And I
Yes.
for sure left it. Like, Dubai, I went to Dubai and they treat you like you already a celeb. Those people thought I
Mhm.
was a celeb, okay?
Wow.
And you know how it's funny, like a lot of people come to me and they feel like they're getting their hair done by a celeb, but I
Mhm.
feel like I'm still not a celeb until I get a celeb in my chair. And so, but to others, they actually really do feel like I'm a celeb, and I'm like, not yet.
Mhm.
I ain't made it where I want to yet, so I don't want that title.
Yeah.
But when I was in Dubai, they wanted to take pictures. They just knew I was somebody famous. So I was like, yes, I like this. And El Salvador was the same way. Like I was minding my business. I'm sure y'all
Mhm.
probably seen the post, but I was minding my business. About to go down this like famous slide. It's called Imagine.
Mhm.
It's like a colorful slide. Everybody goes there. I mean, it's a deep slide, low key like a
Okay.
roller coaster. But if they wet it and you kind of
Mhm.
slide down in a tube,
Nice.
and nobody speaks English out there. Okay, so we had like a little app that kind of like would help us figure out what's on the menu, and we were struggling. But
Okay.
these people kept like trying to get our attention, like picture, and they're like, Shay, they're trying to take a picture with you. I'm like, huh? Who, me? You want to take a
Mhm.
picture with me? And so they like, picture. And I'm like, okay, I was excited, honey. So, I took the picture. And then her boyfriend or whoever hopped in. But she like, I want to take the picture with just me and her. You know, I thought that was
Wow,
so cute. And
that
then we
is.
was at another location, and I actually everybody want to know how I came across this Corona commercial.
Okay.
And so the people was sitting there for a while, and I'm like, what are y'all doing or whatever? And they was like, about to shoot a Corona commercial. I was like,
Hmm.
oh, if y'all need somebody, let me know. They was like, I could tell they didn't take me serious until
Hmm.
their model didn't come.
Until they needed you. Yeah.
And that's how all of that took place. She came when we was like 30 minutes about to leave,
Mhm.
but she finally came. But that's what allowed me to get a spot on the Corona commercial. And
I
so I was
love
just
it.
like, yes.
Yes.
So,
Yes. So
yes,
you're gonna be on a
everything
Corona
worked out.
commercial in San Salvador. Love it.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. And it's just, it's the spirit that you have and talking to people and being energetic and people can feel that energy.
Yes.
They
I
can
mean, I'm
feel
not
it.
going to lie. I'm a very open person.
Hmm.
Joey, he's like so behind the scene and like he don't like all the attention. But
Hmm.
me and him been together 7 years, and he ain't gonna admit that he struggled with the how my personality is. But
Oh, you don't have to tell me.
I bet I know I'm too much sometimes because my personality, I'm just wherever we're at.
Mhm.
Hey, what y'all doing? How and it's innocent for sure.
It's a gift.
It's friendly, but that's just who I am. I never know who I'm talking to. I never know who I may run into. So I'm for
Mhm.
sure. If I
Yeah.
see some cameras or I see an opportunity, I'm trying to figure it
Mhm.
out. What's
Yeah.
what's going on over there?
Yeah.
So
Love it.
yeah, I'm my dream is just to get that celeb client. So
Oh, it's coming. Just
yeah,
hold tight, boo. Hold tight. It's
yeah.
coming.
I
So,
will say that
mhm,
trip for sure put me back into my little mood because I started getting a little down, but the
mhm.
trip was needed. It came right on time. So
Excellent. So tell us a few other places you've been.
I've been to Dubai. I've been to London. I've been to Aruba. We got robbed in Aruba.
Mhm. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard. I've heard about
Yes.
it.
I've been to uh, Saint Kitts, Saint Martin. The Caribbean, Saint
Hmm.
Martin, Saint Kitts, Grand Turk, the Virgin Islands twice,
Okay.
Colombia, El Salvador. Um, that's all I can think of right now. I'm sure
And
I've been
Greece.
other
You've been to
out of the
Greece,
country
right?
places I just can't think of.
Okay.
But yeah.
Nice. Well, hats off to you because you're not stopping. You are living. I follow the journey as you go. I absolutely love it. I'm rooting you on. I said, this girl, let me stop because I don't want you to think I'm a groupie, but hey,
No,
I'm
you good. You good.
I'm a fan.
You good.
So let's talk a little bit about leadership.
Okay.
Leadership. So describe what leadership is to you. What does that mean to you?
I talk to my kids about this a lot. Leadership. One
Mhm.
thing I hate being is a follower or seeming like I'm copying someone.
Okay.
So for me, leadership is just taking lead, making your own lane, and letting people want to follow you instead of you follow them.
Mhm.
Somebody got to be the leader and somebody got to be the follower, but it ain't gonna be me. I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
the follower.
Well, like you said, your
So
own lane. So that makes
yes,
a difference.
creating
Yeah,
my own lane for sure. Yeah.
definitely. So how do
So
you choose your inner circle? Because that's
so
a
I'm
very
trying to,
intimate
I
and
went over
private
your questions, and
thing.
I was Joey was supposed to help me before I got off work, and
Mhm.
I don't want to offend nobody with the inner circle,
No, no, no,
but
no, because
I
it's
think
a
the
serious
inner
thing.
circle for me, I feel like everybody has their place with me, right?
Hmm.
And I'm not trying to be funny, but you got your friends for certain things. Got your
Yes.
boss friends, got your traveling friends, got your, you got your club friends. You just got, people know where they stand with me. Everybody
Definitely.
know I'm not the type of friend that you can talk to every day on the phone.
Hmm.
But wherever we left off, whenever we meet back up, you know it's gonna be a good time. We good, you know. If you
Yeah.
haven't heard from me in 2 weeks, a month, nobody should take that to heart. That's
Hmm.
just I just been busy, you
I
know.
mean, real life
But whenever
happens.
we talk, we
Hmm.
leave right back off wherever we left off, and it's always on good terms. You know, I really do not like to make any type of bad relationships with nobody because for one,
Hmm.
all I see for myself is like growth, and I'm trying to go here, I'm trying to go there, and it's for sure not to make bad relationships, but
Definitely.
I want to leave my mark in someone's life where either I have tried to put you on to business, to try to help you. You know, if you talking business to me, I'm gonna give you free game. But if I feel like you're not really taking my advice, I'm gonna kind of not take you serious, and then I'm gonna just, you know, we're not gonna
Hmm.
talk about business no more because I know you're not serious. But
Yeah,
we can
because
talk
you.
about other things.
That's it. That's it. And you and everybody has their place, which
Yes,
makes a lot of sense.
that's the best way to put it. Everybody
Hmm.
has their place in my life. So,
Definitely.
yes. But I for sure have, like, you know, people that I kind of like look up to and kind of keep
Hmm.
them, you know, they know like we're here because of this, you
Yeah.
know. So, yeah.
So, who are
For
some of
sure.
your inspirations? Who have inspired you? Who has helped you, encourage you?
Um, Sharon is like real big. She's like my boss twin, my boss sister. She for sure. Anytime I get down, I take everything personal. Okay,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
you know, she stays on me about, girl, you need to start doing classes. You don't need to wait till you get to a celeb client. We need these classes. You know, we need this and that. Like she tries to let me see
Now, which
everything.
Sharon is this?
Salon Monet or Monet Beauty.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
tries to help me look at things in a better light, like how it could benefit me, not how it
Hmm.
benefit others. You
That's it.
know, um, um, Nino, he's very inspirational just off of his like branding and his
Hmm.
drive. You know, a
Love it.
lot of people know him in a different light. I know him in two lights, and I just
Okay.
have a different type of respect for him, for as
Hmm.
like our business
Business.
type of relationship. You know,
That's good.
and then there's this girl named Jasmine Bogus.
Okay.
She's into like working out, training and stuff, and she's just so inspirational. Like
Love
she's
it.
so positive. I mean, she never find a negative in nothing. It is crazy. I'm just like this
Wow.
girl. I wish I could be like you. Like she don't bring out the Bible, but it's like she preaching to you when she
Yeah.
like,
She's
you know,
inspiring,
like
motivating.
it's just anytime I deal with depression, and I
Okay.
think a side of depression is from my Crohn's, you know,
Hmm.
and so
Hmm.
I will get into like a little dark place.
Okay.
But then, like I said, I take everything personal, so
Hmm.
it could be the simplest thing that just will knock me down. For example, um, the Black Excellence Awards this year.
Okay.
I swear, if it wasn't for that trip back, you know, I probably would still be in my little mood, like,
Hmm.
you know. But I will say that with certain people that I
Hmm.
reach out to, they know, like, people that really know me know how to handle me. So
Hmm.
anytime I kind of like deactivate social media, it's to kind of like regroup and
Reset.
keep my
Yes.
professionalism.
Hmm.
Because when I feel that my professionalism is going out the door, I gotta get off social media. Because you
Definitely.
know, it's gonna
Yeah,
take
because
you
you
there.
don't want to mess up that brand because that brand
Yes.
has to
So I
stay
just get
solid.
off. I
Yes.
just get off, and I
That's
try
why.
to just get myself together and
Hmm.
come back on, and I'm refreshed. And yeah, y'all thought y'all had me.
You know what? I
So
think we all do that. It's
yeah,
very necessary, and it's not. I would say it's just you have to. And I used to tell my students retreat, rethink, and then you have to reapproach it. And that's
yeah,
really the key to being successful in everything that you're doing. Because if you don't retreat from a situation, sometimes it could ruin you.
yes.
It could ruin you.
And
So let's talk about. Mhm,
I try to avoid that.
mhm.
Where I'm just baby J trying to come in here. But I just try to avoid any type of like negative. any type of
Yeah,
negativity. So when I see
definitely.
things are going like a different route business wise, like for a long time, I could not get my booking to be like peaceful.
Okay.
Like I felt like I was just being attacked every Sunday. I had
Hmm.
my booking open. I would open my books every Sunday. And I'm just like, why isn't booking like this supposed to be my first off day? This is the most stressful day of my life. Like I would hate for booking to come. I'm just like everybody would just get so mad that they couldn't get in, this and that. I've been told I need to stop accepting new clients. But then I'm like, no, because what if that's my celeb client, and I'm just pushing people out the door. But I started me my own app. Well, my graphic
Nice.
designer started me an app. And so that's
Okay.
what gave me some peace.
So
Now,
talk about the app. Go ahead. Talk about the app.
so the app, I needed an app that was going to speak for me
Yes.
without me speaking.
Okay.
So pretty much what I do is you have to book your appointment every Sunday for the week of,
Okay.
right? And so um people used to message me to book their appointment and I would reply in the order that I received it. But some
Hmm.
people wouldn't respond till like 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And booking is I'm done with booking because I done went on to the next person. So
Yeah.
now they're mad because they're like, I stayed up till midnight. Now, one thing I have to get clear, people think booking is at midnight. My
Mm.
books open at midnight. People have made it where booking is at midnight because it's all like a rush. They
Yes.
call it like when the Jordan release come out. Everybody
Yeah.
says like a shoe release coming out
But
to
that's
book with
good.
me. Yeah, that's
Definitely
pretty
good.
good. You
Yeah.
better be on time. But for the most part, I just needed the app to work for me and my business. So
Nice.
I needed it where it doesn't overbook. I
Hmm.
needed where you can't book your whole family all in one, take up a whole day of booking. Like I
Yeah.
was just like, people would try to book five slots in one day for their
Wow.
whole family. It was just too much.
Yes.
So I told him my needs, and he made the app for me. And the app is like, it's bomb. Okay,
Wow.
the Android users can't use the app yet. That's not my
Okay.
fault. Google just haven't downloaded it to Google Play. But only Apple users can use the app. So if you have an Android phone, I give them a link, and the link
Okay.
opens every Sunday. They just don't get the perks of shopping on the app.
Okay.
There's a timer. It shows you the timer on the app, stuff like that. So I don't know if you can see. Oh, where am I at? So like this is hold on.
Yeah. Move it
Where's
over
the
to
screen? Oh, that ain't it. Okay, hold on. Where's my? Oh, here's the
move it
camera.
over some. Yes.
I'm trying to make it focus. Okay, there. So there's that, and then this is how the app looks.
Okay.
I'm trying to click it, and then it'll go
I'm
like
loving
that.
it. Yes.
And booking starts in 4 days, 5 hours, 4 TC.
So if you don't get in, you don't get in.
Well, I've heard that if you have if your notifications is on, it alerts you that the booking timer has went out. And the
Okay.
booking timer, you'll click on that. It'll have this logo up there, that
Okay.
logo right there, and you'll click on it, and it'll take you to the calendar. And you pick any day and time. You can shop on there. You can shop through here,
Hmm.
or wherever that means. The menu right there, the hair care, the Dreads on Drip merch, contact us, stuff like that. So that's how
Love it.
the app works.
Absolutely love it.
But
I
the
love it.
app
I
is
love it. I
like
love it.
a complete lifesaver for sure.
Yeah,
So yeah, it has
for
worked for
sure.
me. Everybody
Hmm.
loves it, and that's what we're sticking with right now.
Excellent. So if I was referring you a client, I would I send them the app or no?
No,
Okay. Tell me
you
about that.
still just have them contact me personally,
Okay.
and then I have to ask them. I want to know who I'm dealing with. So the app ain't just like a business card.
So you have to do your consultation.
Yes,
Um,
yes. I need
nice.
to
And
know.
then you decide. to accept them as a client.
Exactly, exactly. Because
Girl, I'm
everybody,
loving this. I'm just
I've learned all money ain't good money.
no.
I
And
learned that a long time
and I
ago.
remember 2012 and I had a and this might help somebody because in 2012 I had to fire literally 40 clients.
You how many?
40.
40. I fired four since my since I've been in this
No, and
whole
they just were
career.
not, they just were not good clients.
I
And like
think
you
I remember when you did that big sweep. I
and
think I really remember that. And you was
and
working
a
from
lot of people
home
were
too, right?
angry. Yes, they were
Yes, I
angry, they
remember
were
that.
upset. And but it's like this. One thing people have to understand is hairstylists, we need to figure out how to maintain balance.
Yes.
Um our
They act like just
services,
because we are hairstylists, we're available whenever. We don't have an off day. We don't have vacation. We don't have a life. We don't got kids that we got to go pick up from practice and go to game. I swear I was dealing with that. And that's why I was like, I need an app. I don't even want to talk to people.
I commend you for that because
Yeah.
when I started doing hair, I wasn't thinking app,
Everything was
but
by the
that
book.
that right there is genius. It's genius,
Yes.
and I love it.
I was like,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
need something that's going to speak for me without me talking. I don't
That's good.
mind, trying to feel for the client to see if I even want to give them the information,
Hmm. Hmm.
because I don't want to fire clients, but I have had to for my piece. Like when I see your name ready to book, you stress me out. I don't want them type of clients.
I don't want that either.
I don't
Or
want them type of clients.
I used to, and it would be things like, and this maybe this will help some of the clients. Drop your kids off, and my mama said she'll pay you half in 2 weeks. No, well, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to schedule in 2 weeks. Call your mama, tell her come get you, because you wouldn't go in Macy's and say, I want the shirt now, but I want to
But
pay
I
half.
need to pay later. I have that all the time. When I was selling hair
Hmm.
on my website, the collection, I used to have hair and everything. I don't mind still selling hair to my regulars, but I'm
Hmm.
not. I'm trying to find a lane where it's just hair care products for, just focus on my brand. I
Yes.
felt like the hair, it was doing something, but it's like, what's the point if it's not doing, that
Hmm.
much? I need to focus on where the money is,
Where it's
which
at.
is my products, my detox bombs, and all of that.
And
If
and
someone
and
asks, like, hey, do you still sell hair? I can get you the hair or whatever, but I'm not pushing it like I
yeah.
used to. But they do that. Can you get the hair for me now? Then I get you the money later. Just let me know when you're ready to pay for the hair, and then that's when I get the hair. Or
That's when I get it.
don't get me wrong. I have tried to be a blessing to like certain clients where it's
Definitely.
like I know certain things happen,
Hmm.
and it's like I had one situation. There was a girl. She needs to go to her best friend wedding.
Okay.
Money
Those are
situation
different
happened, and
scenarios.
I was just like, girl, listen, I know you were supposed to go to your best friend's wedding. I will give you the hairstyle. I will do your hair for you for free.
Yes.
I'm like, you can take me up on the offer. She didn't take me up on the offer, but
Mhm.
I was willing to, I don't mind certain things like that.
Yes.
But when we
And it's
just
times
you
where
just trying to get over,
you have clients, and they've been with you, they've been loyal, they've been great clients, and
and
uh,
you
uh,
try to,
uh,
you try to help.
there's they might have a death in the family, and you have to be accommodating and considerate of their needs as
Yes.
well. So it's about bringing that balance. And
Yeah.
speaking of balance, how do you balance all of this?
It's hard. um, well, first I needed to figure out balance by my schedule,
Okay.
my work schedule. And some days I will work till like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. The kids like, I'm hungry, what I'm gonna eat, so I would fuss at Joey, like, okay, if you see me still working, you need to feed these kids or something. But
Hmm.
so what I did, I am very strict about my work schedule.
Okay.
Um, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I work from 9 o'clock in the morning, and I do my last client at 4. So I can be done by either 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock,
Okay.
depending on what they get done. I do not do starter locks after 2 o'clock, because some
Okay.
people hair takes more than 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Some people
It's
hair
taking
takes
some
7 hours.
growth, some
Yes,
wisdom.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very strict on my timing. Um, Tuesdays, no, Thursdays and Fridays I work from 10:30 to 4, and then Saturdays I work from 9 to 2. So outside of that, my daughter, one of them has gymnastics at 7
Mm-hmm.
o'clock. So I'm making sure I'm taking her. I'm able to take her and pick her up. They have AAU basketball. I'm making sure I'm at practices, games. If they have a game, I try to make sure I know everything in advance. I need to know my life by Sunday.
Yes.
So by Sunday, I know if my kids have a dentist appointment, doctor's appointment, I can block it off. I know
Mm-hmm.
if they have a game or something they need me to be at, I can block it off. And that way, my clients are working around my personal life based off of the schedule I put out for that week. And so if I'm going out of town, it's a note that I leave. And
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like, I'll be out of town this week to this week, or this will be a short work week based off of I have a doctor's appointment or something like that. But I am very like strict on
So
how
you
things
do
are.
realize with that wisdom and that knowledge and the experiences that you've had that caused you to have to be that structured, that's a whole class right there. So I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
gonna put that right there. That's a
yeah,
whole class
it is.
because when I was a younger stylist, I thought, and it's coming out of, we did hair from 7 in the morning to 1 in the morning.
Yeah, so I was leaving the shop at 12 o'clock with a 1 year old, like
Yes,
had my mace
yes.
that I was
And,
working
and
with
and I
his
just
knee. We
did hair.
stayed up in that
And it
shop for forever.
and I got to the point where I felt like people thought I was a robot or
Yeah,
and it's hard to find that balance and you begin to find it as you mature as a stylist.
right.
And that's why I say that's a whole class that can be taught right there. Because the
Yes.
younger stylists, they don't know this is what you need in order for your family not to be resentful and for you to be
And that's how
successful.
a lot of times, you know, clients just get over on you and take advantage of you. And then you find yourself like, when do I
Burnt
have
out.
time for myself? Like I was over
Mhm.
here rushing to get on live. I was like, my hair, I need to wash my hair real quick. I need to do this.
And
But
yeah,
I
and you know what?
just
I
getting off
used
work and
to,
coming straight on to here. So
and
clients
now,
don't care about that part though.
but if you notice, I was like, girl, take your time. I'm,
Hmm.
I'm at
But
that
we can
space.
go as far as remember when there was the ice storm? People are, that's when I really, people show their true colors. I'm
Hmm.
telling you, we barely had water pressure. Didn't nobody ask if we had water. We barely had water pressure, and they were still trying to book appointments. That's when I
Wow.
knew, like, I gotta get my life together. We gotta figure
Hmm.
this out. Like, you don't even know if I have power, water pressure. You ain't asked none of that. People really was wanting their hair done. I'm like, but where are y'all going? It's ice outside. They just want
I
their hair done
mean,
because they off of work. So they expect you, and then because I work from home, they're like, "You ain't gotta go nowhere." What you mean? I gotta get
girl, I
up.
was in here layered up. I don't know why someone would want that ice it wasn't no joke. It was
It was
crazy.
no joke. I could barely get out my driveway. We went out one time, and I'm like, "If y'all come over here, y'all go." My clients was falling down the driveway, and I
I
was like, "That's what
fell.
y'all get."
I
I'm like, "That's what
I
y'all
fell. I
get."
said, oh
Trying to
no.
be out getting y'all hair
Yeah,
done.
no, no.
Yeah,
And
it
people will
was.
show you who they are. And so
They will.
you have to, and I'm a firm believer, you train them how to treat you.
And that's what I do. But I
And
do
that's
got
what
a lot of
you
clients that
do.
are like family that they know how to
Mhm,
separate business from,
mhm.
I'm just here to look out for you, like I
I
remember
love
when
it.
I had caught corona
Oh wow.
before corona was big. I had
Hmm.
caught corona March the 10th,
Okay.
and that was before they did the shutdown.
Okay.
And so when I had caught it, there was this one client, she's like, it wasn't like you. You haven't been posting. You haven't been. I knew she was like something kept telling me to check on you,
Mm-hmm.
and I caught Corona while the stores and everything was like empty. And she worked at the commissary, and she was like, "Give me a list of what you need. Don't say you don't need nothing. I know you need stuff."
I love
And
it.
I'm like, "I for real cannot say I don't need no help right now because I was
You
sick.
did.
I
Mm-hmm.
got super sick during the shutdown, so I didn't get to prepare myself and go to the store, you know."
Mm-hmm.
And so she brought me groceries, and she was like, "I'm gonna leave them on your porch.
Oh,
Y'all can
wow.
come get them." I was like, "Yeah, that was a blessing for real
Yes,
because
and you have those clients who are some of them are superstars.
yes,
I have
like
to
she
give it
just
up.
knew something wasn't right. She's like,
Yes,
you was too
I
MIA,
love it. I
and she was
love it.
like, you was just on my heart heavy, and I would never
Mm-hmm.
ever forget that she brought me those groceries, and I'm just like, ooh, because you knew I wasn't gonna
Yeah,
ask.
and you know what? And those are the clients who care about your well-being.
Yes,
Those are the
forget
ones
that
that's
I'm
like,
just your client. You got the clients that they just want their hair done. You got clients that it's like, I want my hair done, but I care about y'all too. So
yes,
yeah,
yes, and it's a real
they're a
love.
big
It's a
difference.
genuine love. I love
Yes,
that.
I'm real
So
big on being genuine.
that's it. And if I can't be genuine with you, then I can't be. We can't be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at all.
So let's talk about segueing from. So how did that affect your Crohn's, or did it, or and then tell us a
When
little
I
bit
had
about your
got
book.
COVID,
Yes.
yeah, so it did trigger it. We got 10%. It did
Okay.
trigger my Crohn's. First I was sick, and I'm like, dang, I actually got it from a client. And
Mm.
after that, I stayed sick for like 20 days. Like
Wow.
it took me forever to get my strength back because it started triggering my Crohn's. So
Mhm.
every symptom that I could have had, I had like times 10. Like I would tell my mom, I'm like, I think I'm about to die. She would laugh, and I'm
Mhm.
like, no, I am serious. Like
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
couldn't talk or not. Like I really was like out of it. I had no type of strength. I didn't eat for 10 days straight.
My goodness.
I lost so much weight. I really felt like I was like at my end. I was like, oh my God. And she's like, well, did you talk to your kid? She thought it, you know how she is. She
Yeah.
kept playing around. I'm like, no, I am serious. I really am struggling, but I'm so
Mhm.
glad that that's over with.
I
But
know. I know.
yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about your book. So what's in the book? What inspired you to write the book?
So
How
I
did that
wrote the
come?
book. I was having a hard time accepting the fact that I had Crohn's disease and that I had a colostomy bag.
Okay.
And so I pretty much started journaling,
Hmm.
just my life living with Crohn's. And I was like, you know what? I'm always trying to do something different. So I was
Hmm.
like, you know what? I'm about to write me a book. I don't know how I'm going to publish it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I started journaling and uh, I have a Crohn's page on Instagram called The Girl with the Bag because I have a
Okay.
colostomy bag. And so I will always just kind of post anytime I was in the hospital, anytime I had something up or down going on, I would post
Hmm.
it. But I kind of started. I had to get comfortable with the colostomy bag, so I
Okay.
started posting certain outfits I would wear and try to show people like you can still wear fitted clothes with your colostomy
Yeah.
bag, blah blah blah. So that's how I became like a support group speaker for Crohn's
Mhm.
because I would pretty much go around to support groups and be comfortable about my style and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
I was like, you know what, I'm gonna write a book. And so I had turned it into a company, and actually a Christian book publishing company reached out to me, and they
Wow.
read it. They was like, we want a copy of just a rough draft, and they
Okay.
read it, and they actually edited and everything for me. They
Nice.
did everything for me. Of course, you had to pay for it, but
Definitely.
they picked up my book and
Nice.
they are the ones that put it on Amazon, and it's in Barnes and Noble and stuff like that. So they pretty much helped me with everything. And still to this day, I have people like trying to pick other publishing companies trying to pick the book up and
Okay.
have me go out and do speeches about the book and stuff
I
like
love it.
that.
I
But
love it.
they try. It's more of a business.
Um, okay, okay.
You gotta pay, and I'm
So
just
it's
like,
kind of
no.
a, yeah, marketing scheme kind of,
Yeah,
yeah.
so yeah, it's like
Okay.
that. But
Well,
I'm just like,
you can do
no.
that yourself.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can do it to yourself, but I for sure got the first part of it. I got the book out there. I got it on
Mhm.
Amazon. I got it on Barnes and Noble. I get um a royalty for it, you know.
Okay.
And so it's like real surprising when you get that random check in the mail. You like, oh, you know. So
Nice.
yeah, I
Love it.
like playing big bank take little bank because I'm like, baby, I got money all sorts of ways, you know.
All kind of ways.
I
I
love
love
the
it.
fact when I wake up to like dings from my Shopify, you know,
Hmm.
from people buying the products and stuff, you know. So
Okay.
that's cool. But the book just talks about my life and me having Crohn's. It talks about having been in certain relationships
Hmm.
with Crohn's and how it pretty much all started, and then it talked about the different relationships I was in with it. So that's pretty
Okay.
much it. I could do a
Wow.
part two of it. I for sure need a part two, but it just talks about
Definitely.
the beginning stages of my life with Crohn's. For sure,
Wow.
nowhere near where I'm at right now. It's the very
Yeah.
beginning stages.
So
So I
Gerald
could for
Cole
sure
said,
go for
"What's
a
the
second
name
one.
of your book?"
Crohn's by Sha Davis.
Nice.
Crohns.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I just want to say I mean, and I know I've probably said it. I commend you because you don't give any excuses. You take away all the excuses. That's kind of your motto, you
Yes.
know. And really, after hearing, how you persevere, you press through all the stuff, and you pretty much just bossed up. At the end of
Bossed
the day,
up.
that's what you've done.
Yes.
Um, you're doing your thing. And I commend you so much for that because there's a lot of people who are healthy and they have tons of excuses. So you
Yeah.
guys, she has eliminated all of your excuses. She's a mom, she's a wife, she's a homeowner, she's a business owner, she has a book. She's doing multiple
Yes.
things in
Yeah.
her industry. She has her own hairline. It's just amazing. Once again, I commend you. But I know your mom, so your mom is the
Yes.
bomb too. So
Thank you. Yes. Yes.
hey, the apple don't
Yeah.
fall far from the tree. That's what it is.
She liked the brag.
She should. She
Yeah.
has earned that right. So, question: when you reflect on the things that's happening in the world right now, what are your thoughts and where do you stand in all of this stuff that's going on?
Well, I got a 13-year-old. I got an 8-year-old and a 2-year-old, and everything that's going on in the world, I just try to keep my kids focused on
Nice.
what matters. And
Mhm.
it's for sure not the things that social media shows us, you know.
Definitely.
And I was just telling my oldest, like, if I can get into my clients' heads, my teenagers and kids, and I can motivate them and I can do team vision boards and team boss brunches and all of that, I should be able to get you guys on the right track and focus. And I really just try to instill in my kids to not get distracted on what's going on, just
Mhm.
because this is a trend, that don't mean you follow every trend.
That's it.
I have nothing against what other people do, but we're not gonna follow every trend. We have to be
Excellent.
in this world, but that don't mean we be of the world. And so
Excellent.
I had to explain that to them because
Mhm.
your kids, they can really get caught up into
They
a
can.
lot of what's going on, and I'm just so scared that my kids are gonna get caught up. And so I'm not as strict as my mom was, but I am for sure. Come here.
With that mom.
Yeah, come here.
Good.
I like, I pay attention to everything. I go through phones.
Mhm.
I go,
Mhm.
I'm at the school. I'm whatever I need to do and be to be into my kids' life to kind of pull them from social media. Like right now, we taking a social media break. My 13-year-old.
Okay.
You don't get social media. You need a break.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's very
I'm very
necessary.
like stern on that of what's going on in the world, and
Excellent.
just this past week, what's been going on in the industry. I'm for sure like glad that she doesn't have social media right now because I'm like, Lord, I
Yeah.
don't want her to see that or that or that. Of course
Yeah.
I can't keep it from them, but if I can kind of, get, they say train up a child in the way that they should go, I am on it
I
for sure.
love it. So real
Yeah.
quick, tell us 3 fun facts about you.
3 fun facts. Um, I like traveling. I talk a lot.
Hey, that's okay. Hey, this is your hour.
Let me see. 3 fun facts. I don't know. I like traveling. I love my job. Like it's for sure not about money. I like really love doing hair.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I like being a parent.
Oh
I
wow,
like being an
nice.
adult. I
Nice.
like being a parent. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we're coming up on the end of our interview together, and this has been great. I'm so grateful for your time.
Thank
You know
you.
what? I don't take spending this time lightly. I think I've been bugging you for the last year or so.
Yeah. No, thank you for having me. For
It's
sure.
been
This
a
is something
blessing.
I can
And
do
I even
with.
caught you in the mall like, hey,
Yes.
when we gonna do this?
I was just thinking about you. Yes. I love it. I haven't had an interview in a while, so I for sure appreciate, and
Oh,
I
yes,
am
ma'am.
honored to even be,
It's an
on
honor
here.
to have you and to know you and watch your growth. I am just,
Yes.
I love it because this is what it's
Yes.
about. So, real quick, please leave the people with a word of encouragement.
Um, I will leave y'all and myself to just keep going. I mean, I am real big on timing. I feel like we're in fourth quarter. Whatever your goals were for this year, keep them going, keep them going. Stay motivated, stay encouraged, keep manifesting, praying, whatever you do, and just
Mhm.
don't get discouraged just because things haven't happened. It's
That's
going
it.
to happen. Just keep going, keep going. That's all I can say because that's all I can tell myself. Keep going, keep
Keep
going.
going. I
I just keep
absolutely love
telling myself we're in fourth quarter. This haven't happened yet. That haven't happened yet. But I'm like, don't get discouraged, Shay. Keep going. So that's all I can say to y'all. Keep going. You know.
Well, this definitely has motivated me. I needed to hear that. Keep going because,
Keep going.
like you said, we turning that bend and we in a home stretch. So
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
All
Fourth
right.
quarter. So you got to keep going. It ain't over yet.
It ain't over. All
Yes.
right. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night, and we will have you back because I really enjoyed this.
Yes. Whatever you want to talk about.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
All
Be blessed.
right. Thank you.